Hi friends, thank you so much for joining me today. For those of you who don't know, my name's Athena and I'm a regional educator with L'Oreal Professionnel. I want to ask you a question. Have you ever had that beautiful level 9 sitting in your chair and you know you need to tone it and you know what tones you need to use, but you just don't know which line to pick? Yeah, it's happened to me a few times too. So what we're going to do today is a little swatching activity on our level 9, going through the different lines and why you would choose one over the other. Sometimes when we have multiple options, it can get a little overwhelming. So we're just going to discuss a few of the differences between the lines, and then we're going to swatch them out on our beautiful level 9s and show you the results. So we have a better understanding of what lines to pick and when and why. So let's get swatching. So the first one we're going to mix up is the Majorelle Glow. This is the light 0.11. So what we are going to mix this with is 9 volume. We're going to mix 9 volume throughout all the lines just so we have consistency and comparing apples to apples. So I'm just measuring this out. It is all of these are also mixed 1 to 1.5. The Majorelle, the Richesse, and the Dia-Light. What I expect result-wise to come from the glow is of a lot of pigment, but still very sheer. So I don't really expect to see a depth to it. One, because it doesn't have level, and two, it just really gives it that glossy, shiny finish. So I really expect kind of that sheerness to still come through. But I feel like this one might be the most pigmented out of the three, but we'll see. The next one we're going to use is the Richesse. The Richesse is level 9.11, so a level 9 double blue. This one I expect to be a little more depth to it because it does have level, but I expect it to have about the same toning ability with that double blue. Our Richesse 2 is a demi-permanent that is not ammoniated, but it can get up to a level and a half of lift, which also makes this a really great option for someone who maybe needs to brighten up a little bit as well. So just mixing this one up. It's so creamy. I really, really like mixing this one up. And then also too with the Dia-Light, which is our next one, again in the 9.11. I really wanted to try to keep these comparing apples to apples. So the Dia-Light is our acid-based demi, which means you're going to get 0 lift with this one. So this is deposit only. And what I expect for this one is maybe the sheerness that comes from glow, but with like a slight bit of depth. I feel like it'll be a hybrid between the result of Richesse and the result of glow. So we'll see what happens there. So again, just mixing this 1 to 1.5. Again, super creamy consistency, so easy to spread. So we're just going to get that all situated and get ready to paint. So now we're going to start applying. I will apply the colors to both sides of the swatch, as the swatches are a little dense just the way that they're manufactured. So I just really want to make sure that they are super saturated. We don't get any type of spotting or anything with that. So you will see me flip these from one side to another, and then I'm going to make sure that there's a good coating on the top as well. We're going to open air process these, so no coverings whatsoever. And we're going to do this for the full 20 minutes, which is the max on the Dia-Light. And when we are finished, we will rinse. We will not shampoo. We will just rinse and dry them so we can see the results exactly as they're meant to be. So here's what we have going on. So we have our glow, our Dia Richesse, and our Dia-Light. So you can see that they all gave us a very similar result, especially in the light here. They all look very similar. So let's talk about the differences between the Glow and the Dia Richesse. So as I suspected, the Glow and the Dia Richesse would be a little similar, except for I expected to see slightly more depth in the Dia Richesse because of the level. And I feel like that's exactly what we're seeing here. I apologize. Let me just get this in focus. So again, I feel like that's exactly what we're seeing here, especially when you can look at this line of demarcation that I made in here so you can see the difference. There is a bit more depth to this. This is a little more sheared out. So I would say that the results are exactly what I expected them to be. They're both very, very cool because we did the double pigmented blue. And then if we add the Dia Light in here, which is, I always kind of say Glow is a little more similar to Dia Light than Dia Richesse. And again, I feel like that was the case. The Dia Light, because it is a sheer result, it didn't get as pigmented as the Glow. So again, the Glow being a little more showing a little more pigment, but it does have just a slight bit more kind of level to it than the Glow did. So again, you know, it would depend on what you want to see. If you want something with a little level to it, so it's not super bluey, you definitely might want to do the Dia Light. If you're looking for just sheer tone and just to cancel out and be as cool as possible, the Glow and the Dia Richesse would be a great option. But if you want a little more coverage or a little more depth, then I would go with the Dia Richesse. So I hope that this was helpful for you all to see. Just turn this around, need a different angle. So I really hope that you got something out of seeing it swatched on a true level 9 on what the results will be and the differences between. So hopefully next time when you're ready to tone, you can think back to here and it'll be a little bit easier to make a decision on which line to choose. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more or something on a different subject or want to deep dive into one of these lines, please leave a comment or send me a message. I'd love to put out more videos and I am always taking requests. So thanks again for watching and we will see you again real soon.